is that? Whatever it is, it's amazing. Wow. I can't believe I'm seeing this.
Wow. Blake Cousins, third phase of moon, a major UFO sighting. Florida and Orlando, Florida. There's some reports coming in via MUFON, and we have the video shot last month. The photos were taken January 27th, 2017, but the video was captured the same day, same area in Orlando, Florida. The case MUFON number 82522, and it looks exactly like the same craft. The link to the MUFON report is below. I sent the number out, and what we're looking at in the video, what was captured, looks exactly like the same thing captured just off the exit SR-434. Alexia, who captured the video, was in her vehicle. She was stopped at a red light. She had a moment in time to capture this video. She wanted to film longer, but there was traffic behind her. The light turned green, and then she had to move on. But she managed to capture about 50 seconds of the exact same craft captured in Orlando, which looks exactly like a triangular-shaped, unusual craft, a TR-3B in broad daylight. There's some kind of disc underneath it. It's swerving through the air as effortlessly as reverse engineered technology would look like. Alexia says she couldn't explain what she captured. She is in awe. She said it was kind of gliding in the air. It made no sound whatsoever. And what's great about it is that there's two reports now. One from MUFON, number 82522, and then Alexia's incredible video that corresponds with the exact same sighting, the exact same date. It's got to be something out of this world, or at least reverse engineered alien technology. Have you seen this, guys, in Orlando? I want to hear your comments of what do you think Alexia captured and this MUFON report. Are they the exact same thing? It's got to be. They're from the same location, from the exact same day. Wow. Quite amazing. I want everybody to check out Third Phase of Moon when it comes in. And when we upload this radio show up on our YouTube channel, you'll be able to see the video along with the pictures captured the same day. What are we looking at? People, this is, in my opinion, some of the best broad daylight footage of a TR-3B alien spacecraft, or maybe something we've never seen before. This is a great job by Alexia, who captured this footage. She actually keeps her hands pretty steady. She zoomed in maximum as much as she possibly can, and then again she has to move along with traffic. The light turns green, and she has to move. So unfortunately, we don't have more of the video. But what a great correspondence! All right, now let's get to the callers. This is a special Monday night radio show, and I want to get the people from around the world sharing their UFO sightings. Have you seen a TR-3B, a triangular-shaped craft? We want to hear that. We want to hear great stories from the beginning, middle, and end. We want to hear it clear and concise. And, maybe keep it down to a certain length of time so we could get to as many people tonight. I know people want to hear UFO reports. So if you've got a question or something you want to share to the world tonight, just press number 1 on your keypad or your notepad or what have you, whatever device you use. Number 1, press number 1 and you'll be taken straight to the top. I want to get people's opinions also in regards to what we just shared, this breaking news. This is TR-3B. Okay, now let's open up the lines. We are live. Let's bring them in. Area code 602. 602, you're live, Third Phase Moon. How are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you doing, Blake?
Oh, man, I'm doing awesome. After I just saw this video and the photos coming in out of Orlando, Florida, something big and massive just flew over there last month. And We got some great video. What's going on? Where are you calling in from, sir? You got something you want to share tonight?
I'm calling in from Phoenix, and I wanted to tell you a story about what happened to me about 22 years ago. I was out, and I was going to go ride a snowmobile, and so my friend told me I could go ride this snowmobile whenever I wanted. It just snowed. Anyway, I'm biking up this huge hill to go to his house, and next thing you know, I either see a TR-3B in the sky, or I see some kind of unidentified flying object, and it just hovered there for about 30 seconds going up this hill, and next thing you know, it went across the sky so fast, and it just left a little trail of light. And I was waiting for the sonic boom, but it never happened.
That's quite incredible. TR-3B, was it did you see this in broad daylight, or was it the evening?
It was at night.
Wow, how big do you think it was?
I would say maybe like half the size of a football field.
Yeah, this looks exactly like what Alexia just captured, in my opinion, of what you were explaining to us. I know the Phoenix lights look like a massive triangular-shaped craft. Did you witness the Phoenix lights?
No, I wasn't here then, but I heard all about it.
Well, appreciate the call in. There's the TR-3B, the Enigma. It continues. Okay, now let's get some more calls. Let's bring them in. Appreciate that caller. Area code 216. Welcome to the show. You're live. Third phase of moon.
Hey, how you doing, brother? We talked about a couple of weeks ago. Calling from Cleveland, Ohio. I was telling you about the story about the mothership that came out of Lake Erie. We was talking about the base that was in Lake Erie that I absolutely do believe. And there's another thing, and I've been hearing about this a lot, and I've been witnessing it, and I'm pretty sure thousands of people have been witnessing it. These loud sonic booms that keep going on in the sky. Now, I woke up this morning, the sky was clear as day. Now, it woke me up because my house was shaking, literally shaking. Windows were shaking. Everything was shaking. Like, it got to the point where I woke up and walked to the door, walked to my front balcony, and, I'm looking up, the sun is up and stuff like that, but you would see 1,000, it looked like a ghost was in front of the sun. Like, it was so many chemtrails out this morning. Like, it was ridiculous, so ridiculous. So I'm not understanding, like, where these chemtrails are coming from. And then I was watching on the website, they were showing an object throwing out chemtrails and stuff like that, but it was going so fast that the whoever was recording it couldn't even keep up with this aircraft. So I'm not really for certain what it was. And then there was another thing that I had wanted to send you. I didn't know if there were drones. You got to check out the recent video we just uploaded on Third Phase of Moon. John Graff sent us an incredible video of some kind of supersonic aircraft, but you don't see any wings. It almost looks like a flying disc shooting out chemtrails, and these things are moving incredibly fast. It's our most latest update on YouTube. You got to check it out. Okay. I definitely am, and make sure you because I have to get the link from you again so I can show you. I don't know if these things were drones, but I don't know. They had like little orange, like it was like orange orbs, and they had like a tail of orange like specks going behind it. And it was at least about like 6 or 7 of them, like flying right close to each other. And I have the video on my phone right now. I just need to send them to you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's easy. Just upload it to YouTube and then copy paste the link to my email. And my email is in every single description of every single upload that we put up on Third Phase Moon. So upload it to YouTube, copy paste the link, and send it to my email. It's that easy. Appreciate the call, and make sure you take a look at that video that John Graff just submitted to us at Third Phase Moon. That was an incredible shot coming out of Los Angeles. Two unusual aircraft leaving a chemtrail behind, but he managed to get a really close-up shot of the aircraft, and let me tell you, they don't look normal. They don't look normal. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's bring in an unlisted phone number. You are live, Third Phase Moon. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Blake.
Hey, how's it going? Where are you calling in from? You got something you want to share tonight?
Yeah, this F1, just wanted to say something about Graff's video.
Oh, yeah, Jeff Graff's. Go ahead. What do you got to say about it?
Last Friday I noticed the same thing. I've been following chemtrails for 30-some-odd years, and last Friday was the first time I noticed the same thing, that it was blatantly didn't look like the normal retrofitted C-120s and 130s that they were flying. It definitely looked like a circle, square. It didn't look like an airplane. It was very obvious they were flying so fast. It was about half the speed of a missile. They were going
what do you think
fast.
about John Graff's? What do you think of John Graff's video?
It's excellent. It shows exactly what's going on. It's exactly what I saw. They were flying in tandem, and the disbursement rate was twice or three times as much. It grew faster. They were so fast, it was crazy fast. They went across the whole sky here in Southern California in about 20 seconds, 25 seconds. Normally you could see them for 15, 20 minutes from the beginning of sighting them to the end. It's something definitely weird, and it's kind of interesting that a lot of people got sick too last Friday all of a sudden. I'm not saying that has something to do with it, but I think it's definitely more than a weather control at this point.
Yeah, it is curious what these chemtrails are, and what John Graff captured, it looks highly unusual, and it is definitely faster than any other, chemtrail footage that we've seen. Sometimes these videos last for, like F1 just said, a few minutes, but this one only lasted for about 20 to 30 seconds, and it was done. It took up the whole, the whole sky of your eyesight within 20 to 30 seconds. That's moving quite fast. So I would have to say about maybe, I don't know, I don't want to guess, but 2,000 to 3,000 miles an hour, something like that. It was fast, but then there was no sonic booms. Nobody heard any sonic booms. So that's also a mystery in itself. All right. Let's bring in more callers. A lot of people calling in tonight. This is good. Let's go to area code 785. You're live, Third Phase Moon. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing, Blake?
Doing great. Yeah, I got you. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Kansas. I think I called you last week and was telling you about the site, I think, in Knoxville. But out here in Kansas, we was outside about a week or two ago, and I was just out snapping pictures of the sky, like the sun and stuff, and I caught like an orb in one of the pictures, and I took like two of the same pictures, but it only showed up in one of them, and I just thought that was kind of weird, though.
Yeah, that's strange. But UFO sightings, it's not weird. It's a daily occurrence. It happens every day. Thousands of people around the world witness UFOs every single day. So it's not strange, but good video of this strange object, what Alexia captured. Now, that is strange, in my opinion. I still can't get over this video that we just received. And on the exact same day of the MUFON report, the exact same location. Now, this has got to be the craft. Moving along. Let's get to area code 979. 979, you're live. Welcome to the show.
How you doing, Blake?
Hey, doing pretty good. Is this the Bigfoot guy?
It is. How perceptive it is.
Hey, Thomas, I'm beginning to recognize your voice. We're becoming a regular on the show. What's going on?
I am. I just thought I would call in tonight to let you know that there's some things going on. That you got the video of the aircraft spraying chemtrails faster than any human aircraft would go. The Steiger-Olson report on that page on YouTube is tracking that closely. Also, there's some things that are going on in our government inside the country, and they aren't going to be able to hide for very much longer with what they're doing. So it's going to get very interesting very quickly, is all I can tell you.
Well, yeah, things are getting quite strange. We just had former President Bush say on Jimmy Kimmel that he's looked into the UFO files, but he wasn't going to tell anybody anything about it. Even there's going to be no deathbed confession coming in from Bush, according to him, that he's got secrets that would blow us away. That we couldn't even imagine, and he knows it. And he's not telling us. Unfortunately, I wonder why he would do something like that.
Well, one of the things I could say about President Bush, the first President Bush, he's come down with Alzheimer's, and they're keeping him secreted away so that he cannot run his mouth. There's some special people that take care of him every day, that are aware of some of the things that he's done in his life. He was at the President Kennedy assassination. He was on the street monitoring things because he was in the CIA at that time. So there are things that Bush knows that will go to the grave with him, and that's fine. But there are other things that are coming out, and they can't do anything about it. And if they get this Pizzagate thing off with Hillary Clinton, and that is going to knock down a third of them right there, not just in this country, but worldwide.
Yeah. That's a dark path to go down. I'm not sure if the world's ready for that, especially it gets pretty dark going down that conspiracy road. I like UFOs, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that Pizzagate thing. Okay. Thanks, Tom, for calling in. Appreciate it. Keep in touch. Okay. More callers. We got more callers. Area code 216. Welcome to the show.
Oh man, I had just jumped back in the queue, man. This Seth from Cleveland, Ohio. We were just talking not too long ago. It was something that a gentleman that we were just on the line with, he had said that people were getting sick off of these strange tales. And I just wanted to bring it to your attention. It's just ironic sorry about that, because I'm sick right now. I caught a real bad virus. And it's just real ironic how when I see these chemtrails and all of a sudden I get sick. And I'm not a type person that gets sick easily. I haven't been sick like this in almost 10 years. And now all of a sudden I'm, coming down with flus and stomach viruses and stuff like that. A lot of this stuff is just, it's kind of strange to me. And now everybody is starting to come out and starting to open up their eyes and stuff. And okay, you're going to open up your eyes and stuff like that, but how long is it going to take for you to realize that we have messed up as a people? Because I'm going to tell you like this. I believe that our government isn't even human. I don't believe it. Because first off, and this is from the saying of the great saying of Alex Collier, and he said that what people or what human race will let their people starve? What human race will let their people go homeless? this is not a world of humanity. This is a world of war of reptilians, the Andromedans, the Orion group. Whoever it is behind all this, they're not going to be able to hide for too long. And if it is a binary planet that's coming, if the government thinks that they're going to feel like they're going to hide up under their little underground bunkers and stuff, that's fine. But what they're going to feel and think is that what they're going to do is that they're going to feel like, okay, this planet has bypassed or whatever destruction that happened. They feel like they're going to come up. See, people think they're going to declare martial law right now. They're going to declare martial law after this thing passes us by, or whatever case may be, whatever destruction that's fin to occur. Because at the end of the day, the government think they're going to come up from underground, and they think they're going to try to kill the resistance, which is us, the survivors. Because there's no way in hell that y'all going to try to keep this hidden away from us for so long and think that we're going to let you come back up from underground. You might as well stay down there with them reptilians, because this is what this is about. It's about humanity sacrificing each other. Like, seriously though, this man Alex Collier he made a whole lot of sense. There are right now in Cleveland, Ohio, 3,000 children that came up missing, just vanished out of nowhere. And then back in the 80s, he said...
That's scary. That is scary. 3,000 children in Cleveland went missing.
In Cleveland, Ohio,
year?
Just came up.
Just this year?
Yeah. No, since I say back in 2015. Yeah, 3,000 gone, vanished. Out of nowhere.
That's insane. That's insane. And but we got to think about trusting in humans. And you look at the internet. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there. A lot of people inventing insane things that are going to help humans. Things are going in the direction that are going to benefit humans in a massive way. We've already doubled our life in the past 100 years. Imagine in the next 10 years what's going to happen with humankind. We never know. You just don't know, but we're all in it for the ride. This is Third Phase Moon. We'll be right back. We're going to be taking more calls. We're going to be listening to more UFO stories. Stand by, everybody. This is Third Phase Moon special Monday Night Radio. Stand by. Could we be living the most exciting time in human history? Well, they've said that there was a diamond age. There was technology that was way more advanced than what we have now. The city of Atlantis. Or are we going to be, as a human race, living better than any time in human history. What do you guys think? Is this the best time to live right now, or was it better long ago? All right, we got more callers. Welcome back, everybody. I just want everybody to take a look at that MUFON link that we sent out, and also make your decision. Is this the same craft that was captured in Orlando the exact same day? Did Alexia capture the exact same thing that the gentleman captured over there in Orlando, Florida? Over there in Orlando, Florida, anybody out there, if you've seen anything insane, a TR-3B in broad daylight, let us know. Send us that video. Send us those videos. Okay, we got more callers. Let's bring them in. Let's go to area code 708. Welcome to the show.
Hello? Yeah. Hi there, Blake.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi. I got my brother. He wants to say a story here. Hi there. How you doing? Hi, this is a brother Alex.
Doing good. Yeah. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Nevada right now. I work at I work for USAF. I can't really say where I work, but I have confirmation that now this is highly classified information, so I can't give too many details, but I have confirmation that chemtrails do exist, and we are using them for certain research purposes. And that's about all I can say.
Hold on a sec. That's not top secret information, sir. You're telling us what we already know. Of course there are chemtrails up there, and there's an operation going on. But what can you tell us more? Where is it manufactured? Who's behind it? Anything like that?
We get a lot of our stuff from a company, which I won't really say the name of, but it's from Bangladesh. Yeah, we get a lot because they have a large suppositories of silver there. So I can't say the name of the company, though, because I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay, well, you got some detail. Bangladesh, what, is there silver in chemtrails? What's Bangladesh and the silver got to do with chemtrails?
Well, we use a silver halide compound that helps to create different rain patterns in the air, and there's a lot of unknown silver deposits in Bangladesh, and also they work for dirt cheap. So it's great. It's a perfect combo.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, this is making more sense. Sounds like you got some insight on this. So what is the end game? What's the reason for this chemtrail?
Well, the end game there is just for agricultural purposes domestically, but abroad, mainly for tactical warfare use. It's a lot harder to fight when it's constantly raining, and not only does it make it harder to fight, it bogs down your morale, and it just makes you not want to live anymore. So then we can go in there and just do whatever we need to do. We have Navy SEALs and everything else they're used to water. Now, these other people aren't constantly. So that's pretty much the summary of it. But yeah.
So you're saying, hold on a sec. My brother's got a question for you. I want to hear. Go ahead, Brad.
So you're saying that he's not doing it. They're not doing it over
So
America.
they're not. So my brother's asking. They're not practicing any chemtrail warfare over the United States?
Well, it's not that they're using it particularly for warfare, but it's also mainly to combat drought and stuff like that, or to prevent dust bowls and stuff of the like. I mean, they could use it domestically in case they needed to control their people, but from what I know, that hasn't been the case thus far.
All right. So the people of America, they're according to you, the reason for the chemtrail over the United States is purely for weather modification.
Yes. That's at least the department that I am familiar with. Now, also, I don't know if you know anything about conductors and stuff of that genre, but they also, I stumbled upon a file once that said something about controlling, I don't know if it was computers or, I wasn't able to understand it because I wasn't educated in that field, but it had to do with some kind of control using computers or controlling computers. I can't remember. Or maybe it was controlling people with computers, and somehow it tied into the chemtrails. But I couldn't understand it, and I only glanced at it. But it was some pretty scary stuff.
So, let me ask you this: are they mixing the fuel coming out of the exhaust of an airliner or jet airliner unbeknownst to the pilot? Is a pilot aware of these chemtrails sometimes? Hello? The heck? That was weird. There's two callers that just came in, and then they bounced each other off. That's very strange indeed. Call back. That is it's a strange one. Okay. Let's move along. Let's move along to other numbers. We got another unlisted phone call. Let's see here. Is this a F1 or is this a new unlisted phone caller?
It's probably me, Blake.
Okay. Stand by. All right, let's go to area code 909. You're live on the show.
Yo, what up?
909, you there? Oh, I nope. I can't hear you, sir. You're way too low. Can you fix it up? All right. Tell you what, everybody, stand by. We'll go to a quick break and see if we could bring in area code 909. If you've got a UFO sighting you want to share tonight, call in 347-934-0378. Press number 1 on that keypad, and you'll be taken straight to the top of the call list, and we'll get to you as soon as possible. Third Phase Moon, stand by.
of Moon.
Blake Cousins, we're back live, Third Phase Moon, and that was Paul Barrett. Incredible soundtracks. You can buy them on iTunes. The links are below. Incredible soundtracks. Alien Nation, Third Phase of Moon, and The Strangest Things. 3 albums Paul Barrett's produced, and all the links are on iTunes. You could download all the songs, over 3 dozen songs. That's a lot of music to get down to, and Paul Barrett rocks, in my opinion. Okay, now if you've got a sighting you want to share tonight, just press number 1 on the keypad, and we'll get straight to you right away. Let's bring them in. We're gonna go to area code 320. Let's go to area code 320. You're up. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, Blake. This is Vince Fisher. I'm on your show. I'm not here on the show, but I'm on the chat all the time. And we got home one night. It was Wendy, my wife, me, and my 2 kids. It was like 6 o'clock at night. It was evening. It was Thanksgiving. We came in the house. I got a boiler outside. I went out to put some wood in, and the son came out with me, my boy. And there was these 2 huge balls. They were like round orbs. So everybody's talking about these orbs, right? So there's these 2 huge round balls, and they were at least 100 feet across, and they were right behind our property, about 100 feet in the air, 100 feet across, and probably 320 feet out from us. So they were pretty big. They were just right there. And my wife, she came out of the shop door, and so we're all standing there. All 4 of us are looking at these things. It's like, what the hell is that, you know? And they were huge. They were actually huge, like round spheres, and they were orangish looking, right next to each other. And then my son goes, he goes, what's that? Those little like red things, and they're like little red flares, like bouncing around. And then when we watched them, they were bouncing, just like in the old like Adamski stuff, you know, like they were always, the UFOs were always bouncing around. I'm like, shit, they're bouncing around. I'm like, I wonder if that shit was real, right? So anyway, so they're bouncing around. My son's like, they're like scout ships, they are. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So then when they would move around, they would stabilize. You know, they'd kind of arc and move around, the little tiny ones. And 2 of them got in to the one big orb. And then I'm standing there, and I stepped forward for my son, and I said, hey, you're here, you know, because everybody wants to meet aliens, right? So you're here. You know, they're right here. And my wife's like, I said to my wife, I said, look at that. And she's like, I don't want nothing to do with them. She's like screaming and yelling. And she's like, I don't want nothing to do with them. I hate them. I hate them because, you know, we all us guys love aliens, right? And they were like right there in our yard, you know. And anyway, so the one started moving off to the left, and that one little scout ship, that little red flare ship, couldn't get in. So he went up to the the right-hand side, out of the wake, and then that one started floating off and moving off. And then we were going to put wood in the wood boiler, you know, and that's why the wife was coming out. We just got home. And so that's pretty much my story. And the one moved away, and then the other one was just sitting there. And I'm like, hey, if you're here when I get back, I want to talk to you guys. I mean, that's the way I treated them, you know. And then I said,
you know what's amazing? It's what I like about you, Sir Vincent, is that you know, you're explaining this UFO sighting, but it sounds like it's happening right now. It's bringing back all the adrenaline. You could hear it in your voice. It's like, wow. It's really affected you.
People don't want to hear it, you know. And then my wife, she's like, don't tell anybody about this, you know, don't tell anybody, because they were like right here, right? And that was pretty much our first experience with them. I've tried to talk to other people before and tried to call in before, and I don't get it out right. I've been trying to work on trying to get it out right. And, well, then what happened then, like 10 days later, one of them came down to the property. I was out putting wood in the boiler again, you know, because I'm always outside putting wood in the boiler. Anyway, so one of them came down at a 45-degree angle and stopped. So I ran over to the end of the driveway, and I'm like, oh, you're back. You know, you're back. What are you guys doing? And it was one of those big spheres again. It was huge. They're like 100 feet across. And then it shut off, but it was still there. It just shut off the light. You know, it just shut off, and it was still there. Well, I stood there, and I should have stood there forever, right? But I couldn't. It's like I went in the house. I don't know why I went in the house, and I didn't tell anybody, but about like 2 hours, I didn't tell nobody. I'm like, you should have seen what I saw. I should have stood there all night and just like, hey, yeah, you're here. I should have stood there. Well, that was the first couple times, and over the last 8 years, They've been coming to my house. They're really friendly, and I called before, and you guys didn't even put it on the air because I was really nervous about talking about them because they don't want everybody to know, and everybody knows that. You guys know that. Everybody knows that. Otherwise, they'd be showing themselves. But it's been an ongoing thing for 8 years. And I think I sent you my email a couple times, but who knows if it even got there. I had MUFON at the house. They know it's real. They told me not to talk about it to anybody. They've been in the house, the little people. And then the last time I was on the show, you said, and I've been working on this stuff after show on Discord, the after show that the guys all talk about on the chat. And I've been going on talking with them, so I'm learning how to talk about it better, so I figured I'd call in. And they were all telling me, why don't you call in and talk to them now that you know how to talk to people about it? I don't know if there's anything else. I mean, are you still there, Blake?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. I mean, I got
Go ahead.
50 hours of stuff to tell you, but nobody ever wants to listen. I got a few people that listen here and there, but nobody really wants to know. They don't really want to know. They just want some quick little fix like, oh, we've seen this, we've seen that. It's, I have a lot of stuff.
Vincent, what about these visitors? Do they come in as individuals, or do they come in multiples?
Yeah, I can tell you one thing.
What happens?
Well, what happens is they're really friendly, and they can communicate with you with your mind. I know it sounds stupid, but it's not like science. It's not like a magical, mystical stuff. It's tech. My son, he's going to college, and if they were coming, they would go with me on my jobs. I mean, I do construction work out in North Dakota. They come there, and if I'd say, hey, I'm feeling kind of down, you guys here, and they just show up, and they're right there. Down in Rochester, Minnesota, down in Iowa, anywhere I go, I was like, you got a ship here? I got to see you guys, because it's exciting. I like them, and they seem to like me too. And,
hold on a sec. So no matter where you go, they're following you around. Are they? Do they communicate with you? Do they have their own individual?
Yeah, they do.
They do. Kind of. Do they have their own personality?
I know exactly how they. Yeah, I know how they do, and I know exactly how they communicate. Cause, I mean, unless you experience that what they do, you won't. You don't know what it is, right? It's because it's tech. They can do it from a distance. I mean, it's hard to explain some of that stuff. I'm trying to tell these guys that I've been talking to now about it, and some of them get it. Some of them get it, and some of them don't. It's not spiritual. It's not mystical, magical. It's tech. It's science. Well, my son, he was going to school, and I said, I'm coming outside. I'm talking to them, the non-terrestrials, because they had a ship here above Litchfield, Minnesota, for, oh, God, it was over a year. It was sitting here. And nobody would ever come over here to say, I'd show it to them. I even went and bought a telescope so you could see right in the ship and see the ship. And they have a blue gravitational field anchor on the ship. That's the only thing. They can't shut that off. I don't think they can shut that off. Well, anyway, so I said, well, I want to do a test with my son because they like to do testing. It's psychological and other things. They do a lot of psychological testing too. So anyway, so we went outside, and they come down with an orb ship, and I'm not going to tell you what the test was, but he got so excited they were like, no, that's fine. We're not going to do that. I mean, that's how responsible they are. They're really responsible, And people, I hear all this stuff on the internet, and none of that's true. I know them. They're really awesome. They're really cool. They're really responsible, So, but anyway, at least I got this out a little bit.
Well, yeah, it's you sound very excited, and it sounds like you got things that you want to get out, and you definitely did. You got to relax a little bit, mellow it out, because you're jumping straight to incredible points, and we want to stick to detail. So let me ask you: Do they make contact with you? How do they communicate? Do they have what's their personalities? How are they different from each other?
I know they care about me because I was talking on the phone. I can tell you like little bit things that happen. I was on the phone and I'm like,
you talk to him on the phone? You actually talked to him on the phone?
No, I was talking to my dad on the phone. I'm just get this out, so I'm just kind of nervous here. I'm talking to my dad on the phone, And they got about 6 ships up here, and they're just doing some stuff. And I'm out on the deck, and then I watch them when they're going for their research for the night. They take off in the evenings and they go, run around, and they'll kind of sit up here, and I said to my dad, I said, I get kind of worried because, they're here, all the time, and I'm putting this sense out that I don't want to die right now. Like everybody's afraid of dying. Like, I'm going to die someday, but I don't want to die right now. What are they really doing? Why is it such a big operation right here, right? So one of the ships lit up like a star, dropped, it's coming down. I'm kind of like in shock for a second. My dad's like, what? I said, holy shit, he's coming down. Well, I'm coming down. And it comes down above my house, and it wasn't one of the orb ships. It was like a big scout ship or something. It was huge. And it come down, and it was nighttime, 11 o'clock at night, and my whole yard, I live in a little out of town a ways, my whole yard next to the highway lit up like it was daytime. And they come right down and like, what's wrong? I'm like, no. That's when I knew that they get things wrong. When you're thinking about things, they get things wrong. And the whole yard, everything lit up. And then I'm like, I'm fine. No, I was just talking to my dad. No, I'm fine. It's okay. And then they shut the light off like that. And, they're sitting there. I'm like, it was kind of unnerving, because they do that kind of stuff. But, I mean, it was really nice of them to do that. They thought I was in danger at that moment, right? So I thought that was pretty cool of them. That's how I learned at the beginning when it first started going on, But they're pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah. Aliens, let me tell you, they're about as awesome as you could get. I can't deny that. Wow. Thanks, Vincent, for sharing. It's tough to tell your stories, especially when so much has happened to you and you're trying to get it out. Well, I appreciate it. What we're going to do is I got this incredible video that I want to get out as soon as possible, captured by Alexia over there in Orlando, Florida, along with these other photographs submitted to MUFON. It's the exact same craft, people. You will be absolutely blown away with what Alexia captured. This is, in my opinion, some of the best daylight footage ever. So stay tuned to Third Phase Moon on our YouTube channel, and stay tuned to next Friday broadcast. We will be taking calls again. We're going to be taking them live, just like we do every Monday and Friday. And remember, there's going to be a daylight savings coming up. There's going to be a change of time on Third Phase of Moon, and it's going to be an hour later for everybody out there on the mainland. See, in Hawaii, it always stays at 6 p.m. We always do it at 6 p.m. over here, but it's going to be coming up on daylight savings. It's going to start, 12 p.m. if you're in the East Coast, and if you're on the West Coast in California, it's going to start at 9 p.m. So stay tuned for the daylight savings. We will be notifying people of our new schedule coming up. Thanks, everybody on the Flash Chat, for joining us. Wow, what an incredible night. Now, enjoy Paul Barrett's incredible soundtrack, Third Phase of Moon. Be sure to get it on iTunes. Thanks, everybody. See you on Friday. And keep your eyes on the skies and have your cameras ready. And don't forget, have that steady hand, Blake Cousins. We'll see you again next time.
Third Phase of Moon. Third Phase of Moon. Third